Amazon, one of the world's premier corporations, has many warehouse employees entered in Snap. Amazon employees must complete extremely high goals involuntarily under constant electronic monitoring and keep strict daily breaks. The working environment throughout the factory is also quite scary, with employees worrying every day that they will lose their jobs because they will not meet their targets. Increased employee depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts, as well as bullying and harassment, has also been recorded in Yukon warehouses. In the last 3 years, Amazon Yukon warehouse has been called for ambulance 600 times, with ambulances in Rugeley near Birmingham receiving 115 calls compared to 8 calls at a similar sized taco warehouse nearby. On top of this, Amazon warehouse usually recruit many temporary workers. However, they are just replaceable items for Amazon and do not get any more security, better pay, or benefits. Corporate social responsibility is a self-regulating business model that helps companies to be socially responsible toward themselves, their stakeholders, and the public. By practicing CSR, as known as corporate citizenship, companies can be aware of their impact on society in 3 areas: economic, social, and environmental. One of the cornerstones of CSR is ensuring the safety and rights of employees. So Amazon's mistreatment of warehouse employees touches on several core principles of CSR. In terms of economic and social responsibility, where Amazon has a responsibility to its shareholders to make them profits. CSR argues that this should not be at the expense of social responsibility, and this prioritizing efficiency and productivity at the expense of employee well-being would contradict the ideals of CSR. I'm strongly opposed to Amazon's misuse of warehouses. Firstly, regulators should manage regular and rigorous inspection of Amazon to ensure that employees have access to their entitlements and that the working environment meets satisfied standards. However, it is also essential to consider that increasing the frequency of litigation reduces the operational efficiency of business. Amazon must comply with the essential principle of corporation social responsibility. Opponents will argue that the regulation increases costs and affects consumers' buying price. However, they ignore the employees' lack of motivation, and physical and mental ill health can significantly impact productivity and profitability. In addition, unions are essential for workers to communicate their needs. Opponents may argue that the unions affect the operation of the business. In conclusion, solving Amazon's warehouse problem requires a balance of operation efficiency and ethical responsibility. Working conditions in Amazon stores have triggered a discussion about workers' rights, highlighting a more fundamental issue: balancing global business efficiency with ethical sustainability. In their quest for prosperity, many companies sometimes neglect the human element at the expense of the well-being of their workers. Reflecting a global trend in which sustainable development goals requiring ethical labor or environment management standards may conflict with rapidly expanding goals. The fundamental question is whether companies prioritize short-term benefits or engage in sustainable methods, which may seem expensive and ineffective at the first place. While there are challenges in implementing ethical standards such as reduced profitability and redesigning existing processes, the long-term benefits are employee satisfaction, loyalty rates, and strong growth. At a time when global society is placing increasing emphasis on sustainable development and recognizing that true success is about more than just monetary profit, companies need to strike a balance between their corporate objectives and their ethical responsibilities. My natural association and curiosity drive me to explore anything I learned in the classroom. I must monitor and critique my learning strategies to use this energy effectively. Firstly, I will keep a reflective journal. At the end of each class, I will jot down my impressions, insights, and lingering questions. This introspection will highlight areas of my understanding, the places I may have overlooked. Afterwards, I will critically review and evaluate their notes to identify challenging recurring terms or concepts. When I seek external perspectives, I will also use study groups or online forums to get the views and approaches I want. Given my preference for holistic understanding, I will create a mind map for each model. The visual representation will show me how concepts to interconnected and clarify areas that need more attention. Additionally, I often get excited about multiple ideas at once. To address this, I will set specific focus goals for each course of study. Additionally, I often get excited about multiple ideas at once. To address this, I will set specific focus goals for each course of study. Regular assessment credits will further help me assess my mastery of the subject matter. By
constantly criticizing and adjusting my approach to myself. I hope that my personality will align with the requirements of our course to ensure a smooth and fulfilling learning experience.
Focusing on the text we're studying is crucial. Recognizing my pastime tendency, I allocated study the interspersed with short breaks to study focused. At the same time, I incorporated the tomato work method into my study program. The methods supplemented my energy burst and allowed me to engage deeply with content in short, focused interviews. Set clear goals for my learning trajectory. My dreams of acquiring knowledge relevant to my university primary and deepening my understanding of global supply chains guided my choice of study program and resources. I think that international trade requires complex data interpretation. I proactively sought tools and methods to improve my analytic skills. The program aims to identify skills and resources that will increase my effectiveness, and by combining these self-management skills with my natural disposition, I hope to have a rich and rewarding learning experience in this course.
Because of my personality, failures often hit me. My passion and enthusiasm sometimes make me forget about potential challenges. However, I have learned to see setbacks as steps towards personal growth rather than obstacles. Every failure is a mirror that reflects what I have to work on. When a recent work project didn't go as planned, I took a step back and reflected. I wrote down what didn't work and analyzed the sequence of decisions I made. Through reflection, I could identify the behavioral patterns that lead to the result. Instead of losing myself in self-pity, I started developing strategies to improve my approach. I also asked for feedback from classmates to understand different perspectives. This experience taught me that failure is not the opposite of success but part of it. Now, every challenge becomes an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow as an individual.